If it wasn't for the beans, they come out the can. I'm gonna peas, the beef, the rice and the spam, the milk and bread being bought at the grocery store. I tell ya, I couldn't eat no more. 'Cause let me tell you, my wife is like she can't. Lord, if I thought she could read, I would buy her a book. But all she knows how to do is a fuss and holler. She don't even know how to boil water. Let me tell you what we had last night on a dinner table. A canned green bean, cold spinach and tomato. The nasty stuff I say you ever wanna see. And she was trying to feed it to me. Let me tell you, I think that woman just a downright late. 'Cause I hear the sister come with cold cuts and gravy. A cold cuts and gravy in a one big bowl. I thought I'd choke, but I got through and she said, spit it out, what you say? Oh, ooh. Ah, but I guess I'm gonna eat the slop any old way. So don't you get me wrong, I love that girl. I guess I'm about the craziest old man in the world. But I got to love her 'cause I got no friends. Oh, here she come with red beans and onions again. And she say, what you say? Oh, ooh.
We are making a butter candle.
And this
Fancy.
is our first time, so you are learning with us.
Yes, I'm learning. He's learning. So, what made you want to? What made you want to do a butter candle?
Social media. I saw it on TikTok. It looks good. I mean, who doesn't want warm butter with bread? If you had like some shrimp or seafood, you could dip that in there. You could dip a lot of different things in there.
Yes, we want to go ahead and see what we got here.
Yes,
We got a lot of fancy
we got
stuff.
a lot of stuff here. Well, not a lot,
Why
not
not?
a lot.
So,
I mean,
go ahead, you wanna-
bread and butter. That's it.
Now
So,
this is something I never. What we got? This.
all right,
This
so
looks
this
like
is
mustard.
ghee. This is clarified butter. So we're going to actually show you how to make clarified butter if you didn't go buy clarified butter. Why? Because clarified butter is expensive. You can make it yourself, you know, but it's prep, right? It's
Yeah.
time. So we wanted to show that, hey, if you don't have time to clarify this butter, you can make the candle without clarifying your butter. You can just make it with your regular butter that hasn't taken like the more of the fat out of it and the water, or you could clarify it yourself.
So when you say clarify, when I think of clarify, I'm thinking like making something more clear. Like, you know what I mean?
It
So
is
what-
more clear when you see it, but because it's cold, it's more solid. So
Okay.
look inside here. I took a little bit out. You see how solid that is?
okay.
Almost looks kind of like a candle, right? It's
Yeah.
going to get more firm when you clarify it. So it's
Okay.
good for burning and
And
melting.
this one is a ShopRite brand, bowl and basket. So
Right. So this says that this is 3 pounds, 56 ounces. This butter was $29.99.
why do we need this big one though?
And this is the only size I saw in the store.
Uh,
I didn't look that hard.
so that means you're going to have to make more candles then. That's
Yes. Well, you could cook with this. We could do a lot of stuff with this.
Oh.
I didn't look that hard, but this is part of the other reason why I wanted to make the butter candles. I kept, every time we were in ShopRite, I kept walking by and I said, oh, I need to do something with that.
Oh.
So
All right.
I get the inspiration from walking around the supermarket.
So what do we have next?
We have a nice roll that we're going to actually hollow out and put a candle in the center. We have some thyme. We have some rosemary. We have some garlic that's already peeled.
Okay.
We have some lemon. We have some garlic that's not peeled that we're going to roast. So you're going to get to see how to roast some garlic today. So if you're in the mood for roasting garlic, we're going to show you how to do that real quick. I did put some in the oven about 45 minutes ago.
Okay.
So we don't have to wait because it does take about 40 to 45 minutes. We have some shrimp. The shrimp and the bread are just going to be for dipping purposes. I have some salt and pepper. I may pull some garlic out. And then we have butter that has not been clarified. I always buy unsalted butter. I prefer to put my own salt, so I don't have to put that much. But you can buy salted butter if you like. It's just going to be more savory. So it depends on your taste buds.
And lemons.
Yep, we got lemons that we're going to use the zest
There's
of
one
the
more
lemon.
thing. What you said?
we
Salt,
got-
pepper, and what's
Yeah,
that?
so that's white pepper.
Okay.
I just thought about it because it's kind of yellow. I was like, maybe it'll look better with the white pepper in there instead of the black pepper. And then I got some gadgets over here. I've got
Candle.
this thing right here is a centering tool. So let me take
Is
this
this
out.
the wick?
Yeah. So this thing right here helps you get your wick centered. Yeah, so if it's centered, you can, it's going to burn more evenly.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay.
All right.
And this is the wick, right?
This is
the candle wick.
This is not the candle wick.
What is that?
We're going to use it for a wick. This
Okay.
is actually just twine. So
Why did you use wick?
we do have
Oh.
we have candle wick as well. But wick you got to be careful with. So wick when you buy it, it comes with a wax coating, which helps it burn better. This doesn't have any coating. The other wick that we have over there doesn't have any coating. Sometimes you can buy them with a beeswax coating. If you go online, where you're going to get it shipped in, because most local stores won't have it, you can get it with a ghee coating. So that's more natural. So you want to make sure that you buy a food grade wick if you're going to do this. All right. I've got some popsicle sticks, and I've got some regular sticks. The reason why I've got all those little gadgets I'm pulling out, I think I've got a zester over there. I've got a knife. I've got some bowls and things like that. And I've got some cheesecloth to strain it when we make our clarified butter. The reason why I've got all those little things, because I was thinking most people might not have centering tool. So we're going to make our own centering tool 2 different ways, just so that we can show, hey, you don't need to go to the store and buy a bunch of stuff. I'm sure there's something around the house you can get to make a butter candle to wow your family one night.
Okay.
And last thing I got is some molds and some cups. So you could use paper cups. You could use a mold. You could use a plastic cup. You could even put your wick in a glass and then light it and use it as your candles for dinner. And then bring your food out. I saw one person do this on social media. It's not my idea. I won't take the credit for it. So he made a meal and then he did his butter. He did actually brown butter, lit them as candles across the table, sort of like a tea light candle, and brought his meal out. And his meal didn't have any like salsa or anything on it. So then he told his guests, take your candle and pour it over your meal. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to figure out all of this. How can we make this into a few candles on today with a few tricks?
Okay.
All right.
So where do we start?
All right.
How do we get this party started?
I'm thinking on this party that we need to probably, we got to cut a hole in here. So I don't know if you want to do that. That's a pretty...
Oh, jeez. All right.
All right. So
you want me to cut it the size of that?
I want to cut it the size of that because I'm going to make the candle the size of that. Use this one. Actually, use this one. I'm sorry. That's my garlic one.
Oh.
Sorry. It doesn't matter. It's garlic butter going in it. So,
How deep am I going?
not too deep. You know how deep you're going. Why? Because you got this cup in your hand. So we don't want to go that deep. We want the candle to sit out a little bit. We don't want the bread to catch on fire.
Well, I could hollow it out.
Right, but not too much. All right, be careful.
I am.
All right, go around the other way now. Okay. You don't have to press it too hard.
Well, I want to make sure it's cuts.
No, I'm talking about the cup. Yeah, I was talking about the cup.
Oh.
All right. So that's good enough.
Oh, wait.
You got it.
Okay.
Man, you cooking, girl. You cooking. All right.
Okay.
So let's take that out. And you don't want to go too deep because it's going to be melting and things like that. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to take that out. That's good enough. We're going to save that. You did a great
Nice.
job.
Look at that. Nice, perfect circle.
All right. Now I think we got enough room. We got enough room. All right. We're going to do the butter that's going to go in the cup that we're going to put inside the bread because we want to put it in the freezer for a while,
Okay,
right?
so
let's get that ready. So
Okay.
we need to get a bowl and some butter. So
Some of that butter?
Yep.
This butter?
Yeah. Some of that butter.
Why are we not using that?
We didn't get there yet.
How many sticks we using?
So Let's do. How soft is it? How does it feel?
It's not.
It's not that
It's
soft.
kind of. Well,
That's not bad. Okay. So let's open that up and put that in there.
how many we putting in here?
We're going to put in there 2.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2.
All right.
Okay. This is about all the cooking I'm probably gonna do tonight.
No, we got a lot of cooking for you to do
Ooh.
tonight. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna be grabbing the garlic out the oven, and
So we got 2 sticks of regular butter, unsalted, and this is the
don't
roasted.
grab that. That's hot.
Oh, that's not.
Do not
No,
grab it.
aluminum foil never hardly gets that hot, babe.
The contents inside is very hot.
But the aluminum foil wasn't.
Okay.
So what we doing with this is the roasted garlic.
Well, we're not done yet. We're
Oh.
not done yet. All right. So
So
I'll take this butter out the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the butter. The butter is soft. So if you know you're going to do this, leave the butter out. We want it to be able to get mixed real well, right? I
Okay.
also want to give you maybe a wooden spoon, something sturdy.
to stir it up
Yeah.
to make it flat.
Yes. And then, you could have put it in some chunks. So break it up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that butter's moving good. So
Oh, look at that garlic. So what with the roasted garlic process?
and this roasted garlic smells so good.
Come on.
So this is the end result, and we want to give it a few minutes to cool off. So you're good. You're good, Carlene. You can just leave it there.
Okay.
All right. We want to give this a few minutes to cool off. And can you smell it? It smells
Yeah,
so
smell
good. Any extra olive oil that dripped from here, I'm just dumping it in my pan. Now, while these are cooling off a little bit, because I don't want you to burn your hand when you squeeze it in there, we are going to show everybody how to make roasted garlic. Takes 2 seconds.
Okay. So we need a little bit of aluminum foil.
Yep.
Now
Let's
this
not
part
put
I
this
do
here.
know how to do. I
Okay,
think.
so let me see what you're going to do. You guide us, and I'll
All
help
right.
you along the way.
So you just pretty much put it in here, and we got to cut this off of here.
Yeah, so where do we want to cut it at?
Right
Don't
here.
just say cut it. No, I know you want to cut it on the board. We're at on the garlic head.
Oh, right here at the end.
No, you
Where?
want to go down a little bit, right?
Wait, watch your knife,
So,
girl. Watch your
so
knife.
you see how much I cut it here?
Oh.
Why are we cutting it? Because we want to expose it enough so that the olive oil can go down in it. So I'm going to cut the top part off.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You can see down in it really good. Don't worry about any of that stuff. I need to steal
go
this
ahead.
gadget. All right. We're going to put it on your foil. Here you go. Now drizzle that olive oil in there, but get it down.
Oh.
Okay. You want to get it down in there, so you can do a little bit more until it starts bubbling over. Well, you're not going to know where it bubble over if you pour it on the outside.
That's good.
That's good. All right. Great job.
So wrap it up.
Nope.
Oh. You got to season it.
All right. So we want a little salt on there.
Salt Bay.
Yeah. We want a little pepper maybe.
White pepper.
Doesn't matter. It's flavor. Baby.
Okay, that's good.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh.
We're not done yet.
And what we putting in there? You put thyme and stuff in the other one?
I didn't.
Oh.
So make sure you get them all off. Don't leave don't try to get it like real stemmy. So pull some of that off and put it in there. I got to do a little rinse because I got salt and pepper on my hand.
Okay.
So let's put some of them on top and put a little bit of, I'll do this for you then. And you could put whatever herb you want. I would have said dice up a little bit of, I'm going to put some rosemary here. This is rosemary. So I would have probably also put maybe sage, but I left it at the store.
We don't have. We have regular sage.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay.
Think about if you're making compound butter. My sister Kia makes some good compound butter. That's
Yes.
enough. So any of those herbs you put in your compound butter.
You
That's
need
it.
compound butter. We got a $15 a stack.
We don't sell butter. Stop. All right, come on. That's good. All right. So then we're going to close
Why
it up.
can't we? We can sell butter next week.
Close it up real tight. We want to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So now we have our roasted garlic, and what we doing with this?
We're going to squeeze it.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's hot too. We're squeezing it in.
Oh, we mixing it in
Yeah,
there.
mix it in. It's still real hot.
Yeah. You see the steam? Be careful with this. Let this cool down a little longer.
down. I could have let it cool down a little more. So we are going to go to our next step now.
What's that?
So you gotta go to work for a little bit. So chop some of this up. Make sure we don't get any stalks on there. We want some real fine pieces.
Well, don't pull it.
What?
Oh, you just. I thought you said you want to let me work.
Yeah, I want you to chop it up. I'm giving you what to chop up. Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we need that. Chop it up real. Oh, it smells. This rosemary is so potent. This is not a look. This is not a paid sponsorship with. This is not a paid sponsorship with Produce Junction, but we do run over there. They're close by.
It can be.
And get all our herbs. All right. So.
Right.
Yep. Chop that up real good, real small. I'm gonna give it a couple chops when you get done, babe. All right. So pull some of these off for me. All right. We can switch. You just get it ready.
Oh, you trying to show off?
I'm not showing off. We just need it a little bit faster.
You trying to say I wasn't cutting it right?
You told me I had to hurry up.
That was a nice way of doing that.
All right, but see how small it is? We want real small, nice even pieces so it melts down with the candle. All right. So we've got some rosemary there. You're going to give me some thyme. All right. Thyme looks good. A little bit more.
I'm pulling it off now.
Take your time with it. Just as long as you don't get the thick part, we're good. We're going to get that a little chop too. Same way.
And what is this going in?
So now let's grab our pot. You can do 2 sticks of butter again.
Where we put the butter? Why we need all that butter?
Oh, this is a butter night, baby. It's a butter night.
Really?
It's like butter, baby.
It's like sugar, honey.
Okay. All right.
You know that song?
Yes, I do.
I didn't think you knew it, old man.
All right, so let's grab all that butter in there. I've got the other roasted garlic. I'm going to put the roasted garlic in there.
And remember, we roasted that one earlier, so it was already ready. Where's my spoon?
Okay.
Oh.
I'll get it for you.
Really? Where?
Got it.
My spoon. Oh.
We're not ready yet. You don't have to worry about mixing this one, though.
Oh, I don't?
No. You could put all the leftover butter you have from the last batch in there, though. Hey, you can't bang too much.
Sorry.
All
Yeah,
right.
production gets upset when I bang.
Okay. So.
All right. So we dumping this in here?
You can put all of that in there.
All right.
All right. Good stuff. Now, I can get rid of it.
You got to mix it up now, don't? Oh, no, you said no.
Not yet. I'm going to move this out the way. I'm not too worried about mixing it because it's going on the stove. Okay. So now we want to put a couple garlic cloves in there.
Big ones?
Yeah, we put the whole thing in there. I'm looking for the zester.
Even though we already put garlic in there?
Yeah, that's a roasted garlic is more sweeter, right? Than this garlic.
So what we doing with the lemon now?
Lemon zest.
And in the butter?
Yes. So when you eat seafood, you like lemon and butter in there, right? And you're a big seafood eater, so right? So we're gonna put a bunch of zest in there. Don't worry about it. That is gonna make it taste really good. All right, so we got the lemon zest. Boom. Now we're going on
the stove.
Going on the stove.
And watch
No, you need to come over here. We have to talk about this.
Oh.
Okay. So I got my fire up high because I'm standing here watching it. What I want to do is let that butter melt down. We're going to get some clarified butter out of here. So we're going to let it boil. It's going to pop a little bit in the beginning. That's the water coming out. Then you're going to see it start to, the fat come out. It's going to be like foamy at the top. Then we are going to strain this. Even if we didn't put these herbs and things like that in there, we're still going to strain it. So you got that. You can hold that spoon with it. While that's going, I'm going to add some salt and white pepper.
To this?
Yes.
So we're straining the butter?
Yes.
Oh. Isn't that going to waste it, though?
No. So I want some salt.
Oh, that's a lot of salt.
That's okay. I want some flavor. White pepper.
That was a lot of pepper.
Whoa. Look, have fun with it, right? Have fun with it. Let that go. While that's going, we have our cheesecloth here. We have our strainer.
Cheesecloth?
Yeah. So we got a cheesecloth here that's pretty thick.
Why is it a cheesecloth?
So if you were making cheese, you remember when I made mozzarella,
Yeah.
right? And you put it in that cold water and it starts to get
Yeah.
firm up, and you want to get all of the water out of it and just keep the curds.
Oh.
So that's what we're doing with that. See how it's foaming on the top? So we're going to get all of that separated. You could even let this cook down till it was brown if you wanted to. If you want to do the mold, or you can pour that in a cup. So you want to make sure.
Let me see the.
This is a paper cup. We want to be able to cut it off of this cup, okay?
Slit a hole.
Slit a little hole in the center. Right. There we go.
Oh, that was a big one.
That's okay. And then we're going to get our twine.
It's not going to leak through there when you pour it?
No. We're going to make sure that we put something on here just in case. We can put a little foil on here or any of that. So here's our twine. I'll cut some. Now, let me grab a piece of paper. So here's where it gets a little messy. All right. I got this twine. I got some ghee from earlier when I melted the ghee. I'm going to dip this twine in the ghee. That's going to help it burn when we put it in there.
And the ghee is that
Clarified butter. Yeah, we're making our own clarified butter right now, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to take that,
Stick it through the.
stick it through this cup here. Be careful with it. I don't want to rip the cup or pour the opening out too much.
Where the stick?
Okay. So
just a little bit is hanging up from the bottom.
yeah. So I could either put this through here, right? That's one way. This is going to be the bottom of it, right? So let me cut a piece off. I can use this string again.
You want to need room to burn. So you want to leave a little piece out because you want to need room to burn, right?
This is where it's burning from.
Oh.
That's going to be the top.
Oh.
So let me get foil. So I've seen people put some foil on there, put a little rubber band on there. So we can do that in case any leaks out. All right, nice and tight on there. Which I don't anticipate any of it leaking out too much. The other thing I would do with this is, just want to wrap it around there a little bit. The other thing I would do with it, I've saw people cut cups. You can leave it to the side for now. Once we put the liquid in there, then we'll put that in there. I've seen people take soda cans and cut it online. So that's just to catch any of the liquid that leaks out. We're going to be putting this in the freezer real quick so that it can firm up. So you don't have to worry about a lot of it leaking out. We're not going to put it in when it's really hot either, right? So we can set this to the side now. That's our little project. Well, let's do one more. So here's a mold. I used a thumbtack, and it's a flour mold. So hopefully, if we get this butter firm enough and hard, that it's going to keep the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put a hole in there. Make a little room for it. Let's see if we can get this string through here. Remember, that's going to be the top of our candle.
You need a stick to help guide it.
I used a stick earlier, right? So that's where that little stick came in handy. Boom. That was actually a lot easier than earlier. Okay. So again, now I could also take this stick, right? Same stick. Tie my string on there. Oh, excuse me. If I tie my string on the stick, that is going to keep it centered as well. If I can get it yet. I got big fingers.
Got it.
Okay. So once we get we'll pour the butter in the mold. That butter that's a little bit hotter could go in this mold. This, excuse me. The spices are getting to me. This mold is actually heat safe. So.
Okay.
All right, so we got two molds ready. One of them we could use a little bit earlier. One we're going to use a little bit later. This one, we can push it right through there. Helps keep it center. All right.
This was a ghetto concoction.
That's not a ghetto concoction. That wasn't cool. It's not a ghetto concoction. If you're home and you just thought about this on a
if you don't have
moment,
If you don't have this one,
No. If you thought about
go
it,
get a stick from your backyard.
yeah. I got those sticks from the dollar store, right?
I'm just messing.
So I've got some brown butter here. You
Babe,
see
this
how it
is
looks?
hot.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very hot. You see how it looks?
looks
How
watery.
it smell? Right. So it got more liquid. Do you see how all of the how it's real foam that top? It's not curds, it's just foam. So I'm going to slowly pour that through here, and we're trying to keep most of the foam right on the top if we can. You see it?
Yeah.
And now, well,
Uh-oh, be careful.
okay.
Wow. So what's going to happen now?
Okay. So now we have clarified butter
Where's
down the bottom.
This is clarified butter?
Down the bottom. Oh, I need to get a plate to put that on. I cannot move that without a plate. You will be mad at me because you will be mopping.
Who?
You.
Really?
Okay, so we got all of that out. Now look what we have left.
Wow, clear butter.
So we got some clear butter. We put some spices in there. We put some herbs in there.
You want me to taste it? Dip it in there?
Yeah, dip it in and taste it.
You can taste the thyme.
The rosemary and thyme is the most potent in there.
Wow.
Okay. All right, let me get you another bowl.
You're a genius, Papa Gump.
So I'm going to use a bowl like
So what we need a bowl for?
okay. So this particular one is still really hot. I'm going to put this mold in here, and I'm putting the bowl there to catch any extra butter, right? So we got our candle wick, nice and centered. That looks pretty good, actually.
This stick thing looks.
Yeah, that's the ghetto treat now. See, the one that gets the bad rap comes gets the most use, right? That was
Interesting.
from Sunday. All
Oh, don't pour it. Don't let it overflow.
right. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. We're
Okay.
going to take that
And stick it in the freezer.
and stick it in the freezer. We got another one we're going to do.
Which is this one? Let me do this one.
All right.
Okay.
So I would have, to let people know, I probably would have let this one cool off a little bit more, but I think it'll be okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's not that hot. It's actually not that hot.
and the reason why I'm not worried about it cooling off too much is I'm going to pour it immediately in the freezer.
Oh, that's a perfect.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You did a great job.
Thank
Let me
you,
put this in
boo.
the freezer.
All right. So
Okay.
what we got next?
Okay. So now
That was pretty much.
that was much it. But let's plate one up and let's try it. Okay. So everybody, you want to use a plate that has a little bit of lip on it. This one even has a little bit of lip.
Yeah.
So if
When
you're
it melts, right?
definitely. So if somebody's coming by, they're grabbing a few shrimp, right? So let's get one that we got in here. And again, we don't know how this is going to come out.
But don't you want to put it all around?
Nah, I don't think so. No. You could have did that, but we don't know how this one's going to come out. This is our first time pulling one out the freezer. So let's see
So
what we
here's
got
one
here.
of the finished products. Oh, this is cold.
It's very cool.
You gotta take this out.
Hold up. We got some string down here. Actually,
It's frozen into the butter that's down there.
it's good. Okay. So this guy is very froze.
You want to get a butter knife to lift it up?
Yeah.
That one's kind of stuck to the thing.
I don't want to use heat.
Just use, I guess it's just the butter knife to.
So let's see. And of course, if you're going to do it, you're going to, but yeah. That bad boy is firm. I don't want to mess up the shape though.
You're not, just push it under. Just go under.
Hold on. Let me just get this out first. All right. Now let's take this out. Let's take our time.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
gotta cut this too. Wait, why are you cutting it that low?
Okay. Why am I cutting it that low? We don't need that that one, right? The butter, the candle,
Oh, yeah.
the string is on the other side. but it's still. I'm gonna have to give it a smidge of heat to get it out.
I think. Yeah, we probably could just put hot water around it.
Okay, let's see. Let's get a little hot water. See if he comes out. I don't want to mess the shape up, so I don't want to use too much heat. Oh, there we go.
Woohoo!
All right, he popped out. So.
Why's it got to be a he?
Like it, I'm just saying.
A flower, wouldn't that be a she?
I don't know. All right, so there's our wick for when we get it out, but we got to get it out.
Oh, we're going to do it from the other side. You need help? I'll go from the other side. Uh-oh.
All right, just peel it off a little bit more. And again, this is our first time trying this. And
oh, wow, look at the herbs in that thing.
yeah.
Wow. Good job, babe.
And then we're going to prepare the other one too.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited about this. So, guys, look, a butter candle. And I'm loving this flower.
All right. So again, we did all kind of molds. So all the molds are different. We're going to cut the string.
Okay.
And now we got to get the paper off of this one.
Oh. So you just want...
Oh, you know what? It probably has a little piece.
It does. Just
All right. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Maybe I...
These scissors?
No, I didn't push it down enough.
Oh.
Boom.
Look at there. All right, let's get a lighter.
Yeah. So we're going to see a difference. The lighter.
Oh.
So we're going to see a difference with these. Now, this side is probably have less. It has more butter on it, so it might burn a little different. The thing that I want to think about, though, is that this butter right here was just mixed. We didn't clarify. Look at the color difference.
Yeah.
You see, that's the difference. This was ghee. Mm-hmm. This was
So clarify, unclarified.
Yes. You were wondering about the difference and stuff like that.
Confusion, clarity.
All right.
All right, babe. Let me put.
You want to light it?
Yeah, I want to light it. Oh. All right, let's go.
And again, this is our first time, so we don't even know if this is going to light or going to work.
Yes.
So light another one. Too. Yeah. Yeah, you need to light both of them.
Oh, the ghee one is taking longer to light.
Which is good. Means it's going to burn slower. Okay.
This one look like it's about to go out.
Okay, so.
So this one is giving off more fire.
Yes.
That's because it's got butter on it.
Yeah, it has. Yes. Now this one we used. I think I used the wick with this one, and I used the twine with this one. So.
The twine might work better.
What I'm concerned about is, hey, is this candle going to go out? That one didn't go out. No, I still see a fire.
Still fire. And when it gets to the butter, it's going to get.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
You're right. So I got my bread ready. I'm ready.
I want to get a shrimp as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. I guess depending on how long what you're going to serve and everything.
Yes.
You might want to light it sooner. Mm-hmm. So while that's melting and getting melted,
we got things to talk about.
We're going to talk about a few things. The brunch is less than a month, actually. About 3 weeks and 0.8 days or something like that. So we are excited. We have Sister Asia, yours truly. We have Sister Lucy Cubbage. We have Sister Kia and Jaleesa. So listen, people, I can't stress this enough. We don't have many tickets left, right? So I'm trying to hold as many as I can, but I cannot promise. If you have not gotten your ticket yet, get your ticket. Okay, we are going to have an exciting time. I'm telling you, God is going to do some amazing things. We have different people all over. This is the first brunch where second. This is the second one where a lot of people, different places, different states. I don't know a lot of them. We got Yeah, it's a good crowd. Okay, so we are excited. Get your ticket. Get your ticket. Um, Also, you can if you need to know where you can cash app. My wife can't cook. All one word. Invite a friend. Website www.mwcantcook.com. Also, if you are not yet following us, we have a new public page called My Wife Can Cook. I posted it in the group yesterday. Make sure you go and like the page because we are growing. So we're going to do a lot of transferring different things. So make sure you go like the page. Also, there our I have been a part of an anthology book that I was a part of writing called She is Wisdom. This is our sister Naija was the visionary for this, and you want to go get this book. I'm telling you, I read the book and I was in tears, not sadness but of joy as to how many women penned their stories and were able to get through those things that they went through, and even her daughter Nyla, the youngest daughter. Listen, get the book, read it. Your life will be changed. It's a lot of wisdom in that book. The book is currently on our website, www.mwcantcook.com. 1999. Let's support. You can also get it at her website, www.naasiafloydhamilton.com. All of these ladies were a part of the group of that, and I think that our auntie was a part of it. And Gloria, she's one of we had Sylvia Edwards, Gloria Hamilton, Maggie Branch, Ashante McDowell, Kiara Farron, Pamela Wakefield, Nyla Hamilton, Tiara Moore, yours truly, Sharonda Kyles, and Rose Reed. So it is an awesome book. Go check it out. If you cannot, She is Wisdom. If you can, I'm sorry. She is Wisdom. And I am excited about it changing the lives of many women. So go get the book. So I think that's all. Also we have some other things coming up. Be in tune. Stay in tune. We got a lot of things on the horizon. God is truly doing the work, and y'all pray for My Wife Can't Cook. Sometimes you don't get to see the behind the scenes and everything that goes into everything that we do, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing because it blesses God's people. So I'm excited about that.
Yes. How many of you remember some of those old videos when we first started?
Yeah.
They're back up on Roku, and pretty soon, I think by the end of this week, they'll be back on Amazon Fire TV. So please check out on Roku. And also, don't forget, you could always easily watch them on YouTube. YouTube is a great place if you're cooking along to watch it because you can pause it. You can see the ingredients for the recipe. And just because it's not a live show, that doesn't mean you can't send us a message through our social media and ask us a question about the meal that you are preparing. Even if it's one of the older meals in the beginning, send us a message and we'll be sure to get back to you. Don't send it to us while you're cooking because you might not get it right away. But send it to us while you're preparing if you watch the video and have a question while you're making it.
Yes. Yes.
So let's look at these candles here. This one
is melting faster.
The clarified butter one seems to be melting faster for sure. One thing that we want to say though is, okay, if you're going to set these out, and they're going to be out for a while, these came directly from extremely cold.
Oh, yeah.
So because they were extremely cold, they were
while.
frozen, they'll probably taking longer to burn because of that. The other thing is, like for example with this one, you notice we pushed it down pretty low. I don't necessarily agree with pushing it down too low.
Pushing what down?
This butter here. I mean, it looks good when it's sitting down like that, but you do want to sit it up, right?
Why?
You want to, hear that sparkle. All right, so I'll put a piece of bread back in the bottom. We want it to sit up because it's going to be melting, so you don't want it too low. So I'm going to put a piece of base in there, and I'm going to set it on top of the base. So I want it to go down so that
it can fall on the outside.
It can run down the outside. People can dip it. If it goes down too low, it might be a little bit harder to get. So
we can try some of this.
Yeah, go ahead. Dip one of your shrimp in there. I was behind the scenes already eating some, so.
Oh, how was it?
It was pretty good. Oh, yeah, that's more melted than I thought.
Yeah, it's a lot in there.
Right. So keep in mind, you might want to do this, I feel like, a little bit on the more personal tip. I don't know if I want to be at a party sharing butter with people, But I mean, you never know, right? We're not re-dipping.
I'm gonna get some off
oh,
the
you're
side.
re-dipping.
I'm just getting some off the side.
That's good. That's good. It's cute. It's edible. We made sure that we use non-toxic wicks again. We made sure that everything was edible around it. So that's all I got. That was a cool little. That was cool.
That was really quick and easy.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I can make that. Good. Let me taste it with the butter. I mean, with the bread. All right.
Now, taste-wise, I feel like I do like the one that's not clarified taste a little bit better. Let's see. I don't know. So one of the things, of course, we're on the shelf, so we let the butter cook quickly with the herbs and stuff. You might want to let it cook a little bit longer. Let it cook slow. Let it go for 30, 40 minutes so all the flavors could be released.
Yeah.
But that bad boy is warm. It's melting good.
That's good.
Hands down. We definitely need to do that again.
Yes. So with this,
Before we go, though, you can take those silicone ice cube trays, make them a little bit smaller, all right? Put a little wick in each one. Let's say if you're doing a steak, put your compound butter on that and light it, and when you serve it, you can have the candle lit on top of the steak, something like that. Maybe it's somebody's birthday or something. Those are different ways you can get unique with it. So think about how you would want to make it. Put some sriracha in there. Put some ghost pepper flakes in there. Do something exotic with it. Don't just leave it, just the basic.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen. All right. We'll see y'all next month. If you have anything that you would like us to make, cook ideas, I think next month we already have what we making. Oh. Should we announce it right now?
Yeah.
We're making lamb chops next month.
Nice.
And Kia will be assistant teaching next month. So we're excited. Get your lamb chops in, get them frozen, get ready to cook. Thank you all for tuning in.